King news, my wonderful people. It will shock you to know Imo declare we will no longer tolerate Uzedema's reign of terror. He must return Atiku's vehicle, PDP declares. Apparently, you know him very well. He's a very daring man. And that's why he could, pick up the challenge and say, whatever you have, please throw at me. I am ready to take the bull by the horn. Whatever you have, throw at me to become the governor of Imo State and, give you access in Imo. Whatever you want, you will have. And so this has been, what this guy has been up to. Now he has seized, he has seized the Atiku's vehicles in Imo. He doesn't want to see APC, PDP, I beg your pardon. He doesn't want to see PDP. So when you look at the whole thing, PDP in Imo State is saying, we are tired of your reign of whatever you call it. We are not going to let you, continue in this way, in this ride. PDP said, we are tired of you and will not let this happen. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Like us, share, subscribe as we get all the details. The People Democratic Party PDP in Imo State has condemned the alleged brutal assault on its members and violent conferred on them on the campaign vehicles belonging to the presidential candidate of the party, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar. Speaking via a statement in Owerri on Monday, the party publicity secretary Collins demanded that the vehicles of his presidential candidate be released without any further delay. Collins alleged that the governor of the state, Hope Uzodinma, has taken it upon himself to launch a campaign of terror against Atiku and every member of PDP or any other president or any other party member of other party members. The statement reads, "This full-blown campaign of terror, which has failed corruption, which is wrapped up in corruption, the regime of Senator Hope Uzodinma has levied against our candidate, our popular presidential candidate, and every other member of our party in Imo State and other party members is deeply provocative and intolerable. It is clearly invitation of anarchy, which this man is planning. This unelected governor must stop beating the drum of war in Imo State. For 5 consecutive months, Senator Hope Uzodinma and his men have continued to cause all forms of terror in the state. They have insisted on deploy state resources as instrument of power to attack others and oppose leaders in the state. The opposition alleged that the campaign office of its senatorial candidate in Owerri was attacked in broad daylight and sealed up in a gestion operation of directly a command from the governor. This is what the governor keep doing. They also allege that all campaign billboards erected by their candidates in the state has been destroyed by the governor, who is fighting everybody. This is real terror, and Nigerians must know that we are tired of his reign and we want him out. He's an unelected governor, and we cannot afford to have this not anymore. So this is exactly what is going on, my wonderful people. Hope is spilling out terror in the state. Is doing everything humanly speaking possible to frustrate the people. He has gone on now, and for Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, he has seized his vehicle, trying to ensure that everything is destroyed. This is what this guy is doing. This is what he's up to. Nigerians, we continue to watch these people. For him to become the governor of Imo State, you can imagine what he went through. The kind of agreement he agreed to sell his own people. Do you know how many people's life has been lost since Hope became the governor? Do you know things that have happened and how things have gone? You will feel for the people of Imo State. Someone they never elected in. Someone they never gave the opportunity to become the governor. All of a sudden he was imposed on them. And see how you can tell that, he's an illegitimate governor. Of course, so he will carry out illegitimate activities. And what more is there to say that this is what, the people of Imo State have been suffering. This is what they've been suffering. And if things must change, all hands must be on deck. And so there is still one more opportunity to make right the wrong. This is what the Governor Hope has continued to do as Nigerians watch on and are asking themselves, how did we get here in the first place? How did we get here? He has gone on a destroyed vehicle campaign office and what have you because he's feeling threatened, yes, or because he has promised whoever is the presidential candidate that he will deliver. And so when that fear comes that he may not be able to deliver, this is what he's currently doing, trying to, bring down other people. That's what is going on. That's what's happening. So my wonderful people, you can see for yourself that the ball is being played, and hold the cap fit, let him wear it. So these are things that are happening. These are things that are going on. They said he's beating the drum war in the States, trying to ensure that every other presidential candidate, do not arise, and it's only Tinubu's billboard that are seen all over the state. You don't impose yourself on people. If you do that, you're an unwanted fellow. And at the end of the day, trust me, between you and I, you will regret it. Because you will not get the fullness of what you should get. You will not find joy and fulfillment and happiness. You will not find it. Because you were never the first thought. You were an afterthought. And even if anything happened, it happened because they had no choice. It was under duress. So when you want to be the choice and the voice of the people, again and again, think about it squarely. Think about it very well, very, very well. Very, very well. Pay great attention and ensure that you're doing what is absolutely right and necessary. Because the steps Hope is taking, the people of the state and all that is doing, only the Lord, God Almighty, can truly deliver Nigeria from bad leadership and, people, imposters, that's the word, who have come to impose themselves on Nigerians. So these are some of the things that are going on. These are most of the things that are happening, and it has become very important that every one of us arise and do not allow the same thing again and again. Ensure that at the end of the day, every one of us, okay, we are doing everything, we are working at it, and we are rising up to the occasion, and we are doing everything humanly speaking possible to bring Nigeria out of everything called devastation, lies, and anarchy, because the more they continue to prevent development, the more anarchy they allow in the country. When there are bad roads, it gives opportunity, it gives rights to those who are, involved in petty thefts and the rest to go and waylay people on the road, on the highway because of a bad spot. So if they have dotted their I's and crossed their T's, we should not be having those problems. So the importance of having a good government cannot be overemphasized. Oh dear, it cannot be overemphasized. And so Nigerians must continue to pay great attention with the emphasis on great, to ensure that we have the right person. So, nah, man, we must not joke with it. We must have the right persons, the right people in the right offices. Otherwise, the thing will affect us, not be small thing, I can tell you for free. So because you have promised somebody something, you want to use the Imo people as a bait. To say that I have told you that if it's not this man, it's not this man. You're making a huge mistake. You are making a huge mistake because the people of Imo State will be the ones to determine and to decide who they will vote for. For starters, what have you done for them since you became the governor? Why should they trust you and follow you to vote for your candidate? So you see, bye for now.